My goal in 2026 was to tone up and to drop 30 pounds. These are the exact steps I would do to get me there. I would stop chasing the 30-pound weight loss all at once, and I would simply break it down. It's about a half a pound per week, which is very doable. My daily non-negotiables would be protein in every single meal, weightlifting 3 to 4 times a week, and getting 8 to 10K steps. Step 3 is to create a fallback plan. Because I know life will get busy, so when it does, I already know what I need to do, and that would be my non-negotiable list. I would also track my weight, photos, how clothes fit, because really the scale doesn't mean everything. What truly matters is how you feel and how you look. That's how you get results without burning out.
Here are 5 reasons why you didn't lose weight in 2025 and how to fix it in 2026. Number 1, you were snacking too often. Even healthy snacks add up when you're grazing all day. Try eating 3 big meals a day that are packed with protein and fiber to keep you full and satisfied so you're not reaching for snacks in between. Number 2, you weren't eating enough protein. Low protein equals constant hunger and muscle loss. Build every single meal around protein to keep you full and support fat loss. Number 3, you relied on motivation. Random good days won't change how you look. Motivation comes and goes, so you need to have consistency and discipline. Number 4, you underestimated liquid calories. Coffee add-ins, juices, alcohol, salad dressing. Always try and eat your calories versus drinking them. Number 5, your lifestyle wasn't supporting fat loss. Poor sleep, high stress, no movement. When your body is in a high stress state, it holds onto fat easier. Poor sleep and stress also affect your hormones. If your hormones are thrown off, it's going to be really hard to lose fat. Make sure you're going on daily walks, trying to get 10,000 steps a day and keeping your stress low.
I changed my body this year. This is me 12 months ago, and this is me today. So here's exactly what I did so you can make 2026 your bitch. First, I started with a 12-week calorie deficit from February to May. I hit my calories 90% of the time. The other 10%, I didn't. Because I'm a human being. And it didn't matter. I'd eat the thing and then just go back to business as usual for the next meal. Something that really helped me was having a clear end date, not a never-ending diet. It was 12 weeks, here's the end date, then I'm done. I took photos, I tracked my progress, and it kept me driven knowing that each and every week I was getting closer to my goal. Little tip, if you have a fat loss goal, don't just make the goal to lose fat. Start date, end date, calorie deficit. Do it. Ate at least 150 grams of protein every single day, and I filled the rest of my plate with high volume whole foods. Listen to me, my portions were bigger than your man's. I didn't get lean on rice cakes and sugar-free maple syrup. I eat big, and that's what made sticking to the deficit pretty freaking easy. For workouts, I did resistance training roughly 4 to 5 times per week. Upper, lower, full body, peep the shoulders, okay? We work for that. Efficient, effective dumbbell workouts most of the time in my living room. Moving on to walking. Walking became my bitch. My daily steps went from roughly 6K average to 10K average. Lots of working on my walking pad, lots of steps outside. I got it done and made it a part of my life. That was my fat loss plan, but that ended in May. So how did I maintain or even get better results as the year went on? 1, I kept my walking habits from my calorie deficit. Just less sitting, more standing, more moving, not more workouts. Number 2, my fat loss phase taught me so much more about healthier portions for me, like not eating until I'm physically ill. When you track nearly everything you eat for 12 weeks, it's a huge eye-opener into how many sneaky calories make their way into your diet. And so I kept a lot of those habits. Number 3, weights. Weights just win. When you lift consistently, not only do you look firmer and tighter, you're stronger and you build a healthier metabolism. If fat loss is your goal and you're not lifting weights, start. Number 4 is what I'd say is the most important point here, and that's time. My fat loss phase, 12 weeks, saw amazing results. But when I compare the beginning to the end of the year, even better results. And that's implementing my habits for 11, 12 months. As soon as you stop chasing that 2-week fix and you accept a journey of 3, 6, 12 months, you will be shocked at what your body can do.
So if you want to lose weight in 2026, and I mean actually lose weight, where this is the last and final year you have losing weight as a New Year's resolution, here's exactly what you're going to do, okay? And this is coming from someone who struggled for years and years and years to lose weight until I finally figured it out in 2020 and lost 60 pounds in 6 months, and then went on a postpartum weight loss journey and lost over 75 pounds in less than a year. So make sure to save this video and refer back to it later. Now let's get into it. First and most importantly, you need to have an honest conversation with yourself. You need to hold yourself accountable. You need to understand that no one else is going to do this for you. There is never going to be an easy overnight solution, and it's going to take a long time to lose this weight. And the good news is you absolutely have the power to change your life and to lose this weight. Now let's talk about exactly how you're going to do that. First, you need to remove any time frame you have, because however long you think it's going to take, it's probably going to take close to double that. And that's okay, because that time will pass anyway. December 2026 will be here before we know it, and you can either be down 60, 70, 80 pounds or be exactly where you are right now because it was going to take too long to do. So take the time limit off completely. Weight loss is slow, but the time will pass anyway, and quitting does not speed it up. Number 2 is you're gonna figure out your calorie deficit. You're gonna Google calorie calculator and click on any of the links and enter in all of your current information. Be as accurate as possible. It's gonna give you your calorie maintenance number, and it's important that you choose a number of 300 to 500 calories less than this, nothing more. Anything more than that is too restrictive. So you're in a mild calorie deficit of about 300 to 500 calories less than your maintenance. Whatever that number is for you, that's a number you're gonna start tracking to hit every single day. So to do that, number 3, you're going to download a food tracker app like Lose It or MyFitnessPal and get a food scale, which is part 4, and you're going to start weighing and measuring everything you consume. You're not going to use your eyeballs. You're not going to guess. You're not going to measure with your heart. You're going to actually get the scale out and measure everything you consume so that you're ensuring you're staying in a calorie deficit. This is the biggest mistake I see people make, is they think they're in a calorie deficit, but they're eyeballing portion sizes, or they're not tracking everything, and that easily puts you out of a calorie deficit. So you need to log and measure everything you consume to make sure you're accurately and actually staying in a calorie deficit. You're going to find a way to move your body every single day. For me, that was walking. Walking is the best exercise for weight loss, in my opinion. But if you hate walking, find something else that's sustainable for you and that you can do realistically almost every single day for a good 30 to 45 minutes. Walking, rollerblading, dancing, Pilates, YouTube workouts, the gym. It's not one size fits all. It's what fits you and your lifestyle. You're going to make a list of non-scale goals, and you're actively going to work towards those on top of your weight loss journey. And you're going to drop the all or nothing mentality. This is so huge. You do not have to be perfect on this weight loss journey. I wasn't. I had plenty of days where I ate over my calories, or I didn't work out, or both. And that's fine. That's normal, but you have to keep going. So when you have those days, you're not going to binge. You're not going to quit. You're not going to say, I'll start over next Monday. You're going to enjoy that day, and you're going to keep going the next day. It doesn't need to be dramatic. You don't have to say you lost all your progress because you didn't. You just had a day where you didn't eat perfectly, and that's fine. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be consistent. So we're going to ditch the all or nothing mentality, and we're going to focus on consistency instead. Take a ton of progress photos and videos, because these are going to motivate you so much when the scale is not moving, which the scale will have plenty of days where it does not move. And you're going to do whatever you can to make the process enjoyable and sustainable for you. And whenever you feel like quitting, remind yourself that weight loss is slow, but the time will pass anyway, and quitting does not speed it up. 2026 is yours. You got this.
Things I wish I knew about weight loss that would have helped me lose the weight much quicker than I did. 80 pounds down. 1, if you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to lose my stomach fat, I really want to lose my arm fat, there's no way to only lose that. Okay, you have to lose weight first and then start incorporating weights and things like that to build muscle, and that's how you're going to get a lean toned look. But you cannot spot reduce fat. Okay, number 2, you can eat anything you want to eat in the whole world. You can eat anything that you want to eat as long as it is under your calorie deficit number. If it's over your calorie deficit number, you're not going to lose the weight. You can have McDonald's, you can have Chick-fil-A, you can have ice cream, you can have anything you want as long as it's in your calorie count for the day, in your calorie deficit count, okay? 3, weight loss is not linear. There are going to be times you hop on the scale and it's up a pound, 2 pounds, things like that. Do not get discouraged. It does not mean that you gain 2 pounds of fat. It takes 3,500 calories over your maintenance calories to gain 1 pound of fat. Do not get discouraged if the scale goes up, even though you've been doing everything right. Ride it out a few days and let the scale drop.
Here's a list of things that worked for me this year to maintain my 25-pound weight loss as a 4'10" fat loss dietitian. First is increasing my metabolism. This has been a game changer because when you are petite, you burn fewer calories just by existing. So then to get into a calorie deficit, you have to consume even fewer calories. So instead of just trying to slash food, I tried instead to increase the actual calories that I was burning, making it easier to be in a calorie deficit. I've made a separate video on this, but I can do another one if you want me to. But things like increasing the NEAT part of my metabolism, which stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, incorporating a lot of protein, and also incorporating caffeine sporadically throughout my day. That's a game changer too. 2 is beans. Beans are an absolute game changer when it comes to fat loss because they are full of protein, full of fiber, and they kind of act as a carb when you are eating them, but they have an incredible benefit for your blood sugar, for your digestion, for bloating, for your gut health. Beans will even provide the second meal effect, which I can go into another video in more detail if you want to hear more about that. But basically, when you eat beans, the benefits of the beans will affect your blood sugar for subsequent meals, even when they don't have beans in them. Pretty amazing stuff. Next is considering the net calories of my meal when I go out to eat. Net calories is essentially looking at the totality of the calories of that meal instead of just component by component. limit. Basically what I mean by that is if I get a burger and then I eat about 3/4 of that burger, I maybe munch on a few fries and then I'm done, versus if I get a salad, I'm not satisfied by that salad, even though salads at a restaurant normally have pretty high amounts of calories. And then I decide that I want all of my friends' fries and then I'm still not satisfied, so I want a dessert after. I would have been so much better off just getting the burger. Next is switching my focus from how much I can't have in relation to everyone else to how much my body is actually asking for. Yes, as I mentioned, our metabolisms are lower at baseline, so we do require fewer calories. But that being said, if you only focus on how much more everyone else can eat instead of paying attention to what your body is actually asking for, it's really easy to feel sad, burnt out, miserable, and give up. And lastly is separating fat loss and exercise. I like to use the analogy of food and exercise being two separate cars on two separate lanes. They're going to the same destination, but they're accomplishing two separate things because you can't out exercise a bad diet. So it is so much more efficient to just focus on food. And then exercise is for strength gains, for mental health, for longevity, things like that.